Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is I'm going to use a bunch of products that were super viral at one time, and now they've kind of all been forgotten a little bit. So, if you want to see what I can come up with, then just keep watching. Okay, put my glasses there. I am going to prime using the Smashbox Photo Focus Smooth and Blur Primer. And I like this primer. It makes my skin feel very silky and luxurious. Doesn't fill in any pores, but there's just something about it that's just very pleasant feeling that I quite enjoy. Darn it, I was going to put primer water on, and I forgot the Smashbox primer water. Next, I'm going to go in. I had several choices for foundation, but I think I'm going to go in to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This one happens to be the Dewy. So let's see how this applies on my face. I do remember I didn't like the way it was set up. With the paddle. So, and I don't think this is going to be my shade, but we will see. Boop, boop, boop. Let's do one side. And I'm going to use a brush, a foundation brush. Well, we'll do my forehead. Put it over there too. Okay, that laid on very nicely. Very nicely. I don't remember why I kind of stopped using this, but so far so good. I think you get about the same coverage with a brush as you do a blender, and I typically will go over all of it with the blender depending on what I use. You know, if I'm using a brush, I will go in after it's all up there and just tap everything in with the damp sponge. Concealer, let's see what I grabbed out. I grabbed out the Milani Conceal and Perfect and the Tarte Shape Tape, and this was in the Ultra Creamy. I want to see, this may be too dark. I'll put it kind of around here. Actually, I think this is more, I'll use this to cover my blemishes up. Because this is more of my skin tone. And then I'm going to go in with Shape Tape. Big contrast there, hitting there. Now I'm going to set it with the ever so popular Maybelline Fit Me. And I'm going to me, and I get the lightest shade, to me, this stuff does make my foundation, or it makes everything a little darker. So that's why I did such a brightener in the inner corner. Because I didn't want that to oxidize. I wanted it to be bright. I am going to go ahead and set my entire face. For brows, I'm just going to run a little bit of the e.l.f. Brow Wow. Okay, I'm back. Now, who remembers this? The KVD Shade and Light Contour. It looks like that. These, I had the cardboard one, and I mean, I used it up, and then, so when I got this is the plastic one with the refillable little pans, but I want to go in with a very, very light hand, because I'm not really going to contour so much as bronze tour. So I think I'm going to take these two shades and kind of mix them together and pop a little, wow. That is after I'm popping off the brush, and these brushes are clean. I cleaned them yesterday. To brighten my under eyes, I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to start with this shade and see how that looks. And I'm going to put that on a brush. Because I just want that triangle of my eye to be bright, and this brush kind of helps me get it that way. Okay, it brightened. I hope you guys can see it. I'm just going to soften where that was a little bit. Now for blush and highlight, I pulled out good old MAC. What is this one? Flower Power. Flower Power. That one. And then for highlight, the Mineral Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Let me get it right side up. I like it, I like it, I like it. I'm gonna kind of go over with my sponge a little bit. And now we're going to spray. We're going in with the iconic Matte Fix Plus to melt that powder all in. Let that dissipate a little bit. Very cooling. And now for eyeshadow. The popularity. And I pulled out several, but I think I'm actually going to go in with this Makeup Geek one. I know it's not available, and I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like. This was the collab with Manamua, but a lot of these shades were available as singles. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. And I'm going in with this CoverGirl Exhibitionist Cream. And this is in the shade 515 Bloodshot. I'm going to top that with a teeny tiny bit of gloss. Right in the center. Okay, let's do some eyeshadow. To kick things off, we are going in with this shade right here. Next, I'm going in with this color right here, which is Sora. Next, I'm going in with this shade, which is Mars. I want to go in with this color. This is my favorite color. It is a greeny brown, blue brown, what some folks call it. MAC has one, and it's MAC's is called Bougie. And I will swatch those side by side. MAC is on the bottom. I just didn't blend it good. Which, you know what? Let's put MAC on the bottom, and then we'll put that over top of it. And this is in a paint pot. I'm not going all the way to the end because I want to keep, and just like with any cream product, you can keep it sheer like I just had it, or you can continue to build it up like what I'm doing now. I think I'm going to leave it like this, and we're going into this. I'm just going to use the other side of that brush. And because it's not sticky anymore, I am going to wet this brush. See, it's the same color. This is just a powder. I'm going to go back in and add more red. Okay, I believe that the eyes are dry. I don't see them transferring. But I am going to take a super small blending brush with nothing on it and kind of go over that top to make doubly sure that everything is nice and neat. And then I'm going to add some more red, mainly on, now for my inner corner, we are going to use, it's chunky, this shade, which happens to be Artemis. And I'm going to spray this too. I just want to pop a little bit on the outside of my nose. Maybe what's left on the brush around my brows. All right, now let's set this. We all know, way back when, the still ever so popular Urban Decay All-Nighter. The Lash Princess. This one is the False Lash Effect Mascara, and this is waterproof because I was wearing waterproof. And you know, it's got a brush similar to the Sky. It's not as bendy, which I kind of like. This is one coat. One coat of mascara. I don't do my bottom lashes. Yeah. This is it. This is the video. I enjoyed it. The primer. I enjoyed this. I don't have anything bad to say. You know, I like this. Obviously, the palette. I have a backup. Of course, this is getting, you know, rave reviews. All-nighter, a classic. I keep a bottle. Just because I already have a backup. I won't repurchase it, but I already have a backup. The MAC Fix Plus, I've repurchased this so many times, but I don't know if I would repurchase it again unless it was on sale, but I do love it, and it was ever so popular. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus, I remember when I first used this, I absolutely hated it. It was the scent. I didn't like the paddle attachment. I just didn't like it. Now, I mean, let's see what my face is looking like. I like it. I have powdered all over my face, and I still feel and look glowy. I don't feel matte and dry and tight. So I'm pulling this out to play with again. Even with maybe a more moisturizing primer to see what kind of glow I really get. Or I'll use my e.l.f. The Soft and Gentle. I love this. I've used this numerous times. I've even taken this before and put it on where's one at? I have a big stipple brush that it's put up with. I rotate some of my brushes out, but I have taken a stipple brush like this with maybe a bit bigger of a head, and I will swirl in this, get it, and I will kind of let this be a finishing powder, kind of strategically place it all around. I mean, that's what it's called, a skin finish. And this is me finishing up my skin. So that's how I've used this Soft and Gentle before, as a hourglass dupe, if you would. And where's my blush? You can't go wrong with blush, in my opinion, and I really like this blush. Did I use the powder? Maybelline Fit Me powder. I love it. It stays with me. You know, it stays. I will never declutter it, for starters. I don't have that much left, but it is a good powder. It just is. The Kat Von D Shade and Light. It's nice. It's not something that when these pans run out, I'm not refilling it. I do like that shade to brighten, the shade right here, to brighten a little bit. Or you can take it, you could take your sponge, get some on the sponge, and you can do the brighten of the eye, or you can clean up your lines there and let it do its thing, your nose. There's a lot of uses for this palette. And I can understand why it went viral back in the day. Back in our day. The mascara. Enjoyed this. Really did. I wasn't really a lash princess. I didn't enjoy it that much. I bought one a while ago, and I really just didn't fancy it. Mainly, I was very loyal to my Lancome, the waterproof Monsieur Big. And then my Marc Jacobs mascara, I enjoyed that. But this, A-okay. I'm enjoying that. Alright, guys. Thank you for sticking with me in this video. Be beautiful, be kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.